think Padlet is an incredibly easy means by which people can share short snippets of information, whether that be short comments or hyperlinks or things like that, in an easy way, because you don't need to, as long as it's on Blackboard or wherever, you don't need to log in or create an account to be able to do that, and I think that makes it really popular. So it's just a very easy means of collaborating in an online way. So the way that we have used Padlet is as an assignment discussion board, so students are able to write questions and then tutors respond with the answers to those questions, and that's worked really well, and other students are able to kind of contribute answers as well in the comments if they want to do that. So that's worked effectively. I think that having it as a discussion board and being able to kind of colour coordinate the comments is very useful, because then you could colour coordinate them by kind of key messages that I want to give to students versus kind of types of comments, if that makes sense. So that's quite useful, and also it's useful within the kind of columns option to be able to make sure that the messages that you want at the top, or the comments you want at the top, are at the top, so that the students see the most important ones first. I think that it's probably very similar to, for instance, how you would interact with Facebook. I think that sometimes comes across in terms of how the students type comments in a way that you would type a comment on Facebook but you wouldn't write it down in a letter, if that makes sense. But I think that reflects the fact that they find it accessible and they find it that they're able to contribute. Well, I think it has benefits because it means that students can get a consistent message to the questions that are being asked. So rather than kind of one student sending an email to me and then them only getting the benefit of that answer, I would say, well, write it on the discussion board and then everybody can benefit from that answer. So I think it creates a greater degree of consistency in terms of the messages that students are getting, and it also means that when I've written the kind of marker packs and marker guidance for additional markers, I've sent a hyperlink to the Padlet to say, here is all of the information that the students were given, in case they've got questions about assignment guidance. I think that certainly it's useful in terms of collaboration, in terms of students almost having the opportunity to think about questions that they hadn't already envisaged and things like that. So I think that's quite useful. And in terms of students perhaps signposting readings and things like that, that's certainly something I want to develop, that it becomes more of a tool for students to share their ideas and their practice rather than just their questions. I'd really recommend it. I think it's 100% cut down how many emails I'm getting from the students asking the same type of assignment questions, that I can just give the answer once and nobody asks again. That's been really helpful.